Hello, mathematicians. Today you will work on a put together total unknown problem about a sciences field trip. You will solve it with any of the materials you have been using. So let's dive in. What do you notice and wonder about the images that you're seeing right now? I noticed that they're both sea animals. I wonder if they eat the same food. Let's keep going. Listen to what is happening in the story while I read it to you. In the aquarium, the students saw 15 jellyfish and 18 seahorses. How many animals did they see in the aquarium? What is this story about? This is our first read, and now we're going to do a second read. This time, as I read, I want you to listen for the quantities and units that are in this story. Remember, quantities tell us how many there are. There are things that can be counted, and they are represented with numbers. Units, on the other hand, are things that we can count, that we count. Ready? Let's do our second read. In the aquarium, the students saw 15 jellyfish and 18 seahorses. How many animals did they see in the aquarium? What are the quantities in this situation? Think. What are the units that they're talking about? Ready? Let's keep going. Some of the quantities that you heard in the story might have been easy to identify because they were said, but sometimes some quantities are not said explicitly. That means that they're not visible or they're not as easy to detect. They're implicit. You have to figure them out. Sometimes when you see the word some can also be a quantity. And when you see the word things can be a unit. What units and what quantities would you write here? I would write, for example, 15, that's a quantity because it's a number. And I would say jellyfish are the units. There are 15 jellyfish. I would also write 18, that's a quantity. And then I would think that the units are seahorses because there are 18 seahorses. Let's keep going. This is a tape diagram. What do we know about this story? What don't we know? And what equation might go with this problem? In a tape diagram, we can show the things that we know. For example, we can show that we know that there are 15 jellyfish, and we can also show that we know that there are 18 seahorses. Something we don't know is how much are they when put together? How many animals are there all together? Today, you're going to use any tools that you have used before, like base 10 blocks or drawings of base 10 blocks or hundreds chart to help you figure out the answer. Before that though, what equation do you think we could write here? Something plus something equals a total unknown. So we have two parts that together, if we put them together, give me a total unknown. Are you ready to figure it out? If you are, you're going to click on Seesaw and you're going to open an activity called Apprentice Task. Once you open it, you'll see the directions and it will look something like this. You will see the story at the top and you will have base 10 blocks here to use. You can also use a hundreds chart to show your work, or you can just draw the base 10 blocks yourself using the tools at the bottom. Remember to write your equation and make your answer very clear. Perhaps put a rectangle around it. Are you ready, mathematicians? Off you go.